Hello, I'm Bookface, and today we're talking about deities from Hawaiian myth. Now, first, there's some things to address. First of all, there's a chance you might not know Hawaii had a mythology. I did not for quite a long time. Now, you might be wondering, why is that? So a while back, I talked about Navajo myth, and I had this very long, drawn-out intro about cultural genocide, and, myth being sort of pushed into obscurity by the fact that so many people from the culture were killed and so many of their stories were pushed down and repressed. Now, Hawaiian myth has faced a similar but also kind of different situation. On the one hand, features of the Hawaiian culture are still relevant and still stay around these days. I'm sure you can think of plenty of Hawaiian symbols or iconography that you've probably seen on a fairly regular basis, but that's actually kind of the problem, because it's similarly put into obscurity through cultural appropriation. One solid example is the hula dance. Hula, in short, is a very culturally and religiously significant practice in Hawaiian myth, but it's just sort of turned into, hey, party, do a dance. No, don't do that. The same can be said in regards for luau's and tiki imagery and even smaller stuff that's sort of still a part of Hawaiian iconography that's kind of just, like, think of torches. I feel like torches are probably come from the myths of, the night marchers. Obviously, torches exist in other capacities, but that's where I can see it in mythology. It's just kind of, here's a decoration, not a ghost that will absolutely destroy you. Night marchers are scary. So while these symbols and imagery are still present in modern culture, they've been warped and kind of stripped of their entire purpose and significance to where they look more like knickknacks and just, nice little, I don't know, they've been taken, I don't know, it's rude. See, this is somebody who hasn't had their culture appropriated, so I don't know how to properly express it. It's not nice. It's not a good thing to do. Don't do that. So now that we have that very important context out of the way, let's jump right in. Woo! First up, we have my script randomly freezing, Kane, which is the highest of the four major Hawaiian deities. He's a god of procreation and a creator deity. He's also associated with the sun and the dawn. Must be really smart. Seems pretty bright. Good puns. And he was a nice dude. He didn't require any strenuous labor or human sacrifice to, be appeased. He's just nice. Like, hey, you guys can take it easy. You don't need to stab that guy. He was believed to have been born out of this endless void known as Po. And when he realized he was separate, he decided, you know what, I'm just gonna yeet myself out here. Bye. He then created light to push back that darkness and created the world, along with the deities Lono and Ku. It was believed that the first man was made in the image of Kane out of clay. Why is everyone in myth made out of clay or soil or stuff like that? I mean, I know I'm made of dirt, but everybody? Next up we have Kanaloa, who is symbolized by the squid or the octopus, and he is believed to have aspects complementary to Kane. So like a kind of equal and opposite kind of vibe. Not opposing necessarily, but different. He was the god of the underworld, and he taught people magic. Yes, we got a spooky squid on our hands, but that's kind of spooky. Squids are kind of terrifying when you actually look at them. Look at these things. Yeah, I can see that being god of the underworld and magic. He's known for having led an army of spirits that were created by the gods in a rebellion against the gods. That's what's called party foul. What freaking 80s movie did I just jump out of? When this rebellion failed, he was banished to the underworld. Just got yeeted down to the underworld. That's how it goes. The fall of man and the yeeting of Kanaloa. I hope that's not offensive. He's also associated with a symbol known as the Eye of Kanaloa. Well, I love me some symbols. Look at this. Look at that. It's beautiful. Lastly, we have Pele, which chances are, if you only know a tiny bit about Hawaiian myth, this is the one you're gonna know. She's cool. And also not. So she is often also referred to as Madame Pele or Tutu Pele. So you better watch your manners or you will get smited out of existence. That if you don't be rude or you get smoked. Maybe then people would be nicer. Okay, here's the new rules. You aren't polite, lightning bolt straight to your face, lava up your lungs, death from above. She was the goddess of fire and volcanoes. She's also seen as a goddess of the hula. I believe there's also another one, but I can't remember that at the moment. Maybe I'll put it in the video. Maybe I'll go to the extra effort. Maybe I'll be a lazy piece. It got very personal against me. I'm sorry. It's fine. She's also known to be the creator of the Hawaiian Islands, which, a little bit of science into that, because, Hawaiian. The Hawaiian Islands were made from volcanoes and lava. She also opposes the goddess Poliahu, who is the goddess of snow. She's known for power, passion, and jealousy. So I guess you could say she's a bit of a hothead. Wait, Pele, let's talk about this. And there we have 3 deities from Hawaiian myth. I've been meaning to do this video for a while because, much like the Navajo myth video that I mentioned it back to earlier, these are just fascinating cultures with fascinating deities and stories and everything that just kind of get brushed over. I hate Greek myth so much. I know that's a bit random. I don't enjoy Greek myth because it's so overdone. I would really rather talk about some more interesting, cool ones. Look at this lava lady. Look at this giant lava lady and tell me you aren't entertained. Where did that come from? If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe. And also, if you have any cultures with deities that I could talk about, let me know. I'd honestly love to get some more obscure myths in here. I guess not obscure, but lesser known. Yeah, that's a better way of putting it. And I'll see you next time. Bye.